Nicki Minaj went full Chun-Li on this music writer.
Okay, before we get into this next clip, I need you guys to head over to tyt.com/audio. It's our new audio network. You can check out all these amazing podcasts. Please go listen. I'll be doing it, so see you there.
So a writer's critique of Nicki Minaj ended with death threats, a tongue lashing from the rapper herself, and a conversation on stan culture that I think many people didn't know we needed to have. I wanna show you the initial tweet that started all of this. Writer Juana Thompson, she actually was writing for Karen Civil's website. She wrote this tweet, just a simple critique of Nicki Minaj. It says, you know how dope it would be if Nicki just put out mature content. No silly stuff, just reflecting on past relationships, being a boss, hardships, etc. She's touching 40 soon. A new direction is needed. I just want to get your reaction to that.
Well, it's interesting because she didn't even tag Nicki in that.
Right.
So it's really just her sharing her thoughts with, I believe she has like 14,000 at the time of this tweet followers. So it's a pretty modest following. She's just sharing her opinion on music, which is something that she has also done on her Twitter feed. This is not like the first time that she's like called out a musician that she's been following.
It's also not the first time there's been someone saying that Nicki's musical style hasn't evolved.
Yeah, it's not really
whether
a new
it needs
critique.
to be or not. It's not up to me, but it's not a new critique at all. Yeah.
When she said mature, I thought like sexually explicit. That was where my mind went originally, and it took me some time to figure out that what she was referring to is like change her style to be more adult. Not in that way. And maybe other people had that same reaction as well. And that's why I'm mentioning it. But it's totally normal for music bloggers to blog about music. It's their, I mean, or tweet about music. It's their job, right? I think the aspect that needs to be analyzed here is stan culture. And for those of you who don't know what stan culture is, it derives from Stan, the Eminem song.
Right.
And I don't know if you were going to get into it.
I am.
All right, you do it then, Brooke. I'm sorry, I jumped the shark.
It's okay if you want
Wasn't sure if you were going to address this in your story.
No, because like I have so many thoughts about that.
Well, okay. Well, speaking of reactions, speaking of reactions and thoughts on this, you know who else had thoughts on that tweet just right there? Nicki Minaj herself.
Oh gosh.
Because Juana later posted, no, I just want to say this because Nicki has barbs. Those are her stands, it's what they're called. And they have been known to be aggressive. They search her name and respond to people who don't say overtly positive things about the rapper. While this was happening, Juana says Nicki jumped in her DMs and responded. And I think there are 2 DMs, and I mean, I'm not gonna read them all because it's nasty, it's graphic, it's not even a bunch of stuff that you can actually say on the air, but in short, she called her ugly and a bunch of name calling, called her a hater, called her broke. Nicki defended herself with some of the songs, defended her own age. She's 35, and I admit that's not close to 40, that's not pushing 40, it's 5 years away. And she, talked about some of the songs that she says she's written that are mature.
Right.
This is not the first time Nicki has responded to someone kind of politely, I guess you could say, critiquing her. And on one hand, you should be able to respond to people who say, I don't like your stuff. But on another hand, is it inciting kind of when you see what's already happening?
Yeah, it was.
Should you jump in on it?
It was like 0 to 100 real quick with this because you have this this tweet basically saying, oh, I wish we could see some more work like this from Nicki, not being rude at all, and then Nicki just comes with just straight up insults. It would have been a really interesting conversation. Nicki can be like, you know what, I'm not interested in doing this work, here's why, or here's some songs maybe you missed in my catalog where I do address like that sort of thing, and we didn't see that from her.
With great power comes great responsibility, and a lot of celebrities nowadays don't realize that or purposefully create an environment of negativity. Nicki Minaj has stans, and stans can get out of hand. They idolize this person.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why the writer was getting death threats. The writer had photos of her daughter on her Instagram, and they were like, your daughter's ugly, kill yourself, just horrific things they were saying, and it's completely disproportionate, and we have to talk about this. I think artists in the internet era, when there's unfettered access to artists, to the people that you idolize, need to understand their responsibilities and create an environment that is safer where they foster conversation rather than bully people for having a different opinion. Because I see this in my DMs a lot. or in my line of work all the time, and usually with political commentators like Ben Shapiro and whatnot, their fans, when they attack, it's fairly vicious.